Hi guys, I'm Alice and this is 4 Seasons Floss, where I talk about everything to do with houseplants, gardening and just being out in nature. So for this week's video I thought we would have a little bit of a chat while I sort out this very sad alocasia. As you can see, this leaf is just not leafing anymore, so we're gonna move this over to hydro. I think that's the plan today. I'm gonna take it out, have a look at the roots, make sure that she's not got root rot, because that could be part of the issue. She's very squishy, very floppy, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was something there in the roots. However, this leaf is thriving, so I'm not too sure what's going on, but we're going to take her out of her pot and just have a look, and then hopefully move her over into this jar and have her as my very first hydro plant. Now, I've seen a lot of people recommend semi-hydro for alocasias, however I'm going to go fully hydro just for now, just as a bit of an experiment, because as you can tell she's already not doing well, so we might as well risk it. That is today's plan. And we're just going to see how it goes, but we're just going to have a little bit of a chat, a little bit of a kind of get to know you session, because I am aware that I have not done one of those yet and we're like 5 or 6 videos in at this point. So let's get on and let's repot this alocasia. Let's get her out. So I have got her currently in, oh, we've got some fungus, that's lovely. Yeah, so she's currently in just a nursery pot inside her cover pot, but that does also have drainage in, so I don't know why I did that, to be honest. So yeah, let's take her out and have a look. That leaf is very squishy. So I bought this plant, I think it was maybe March, April time, and this leaf here, the squishy one, even in my houseplant tour, which I will link above and in the comments in the description, even in that she wasn't looking the healthiest with that leaf. However, in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, it has just absolutely gone to pot and she's not happy at all. Put that in there. So she has some really healthy roots, and that's also a tiny little corm. I will also, since I'm talking about alocasias, give you a little corm update at the end of this, because we actually have movement with those guys now. They were not rooting for ages and ages and ages, and it was really upsetting me. I thought they weren't going to do anything. Anyway, last week, I think it was about 3 months that they've been in perlite now, and finally we saw some tiny little roots. So I've not checked them since last week, so hopefully there might be some more growth. However, there's an, I don't know whether that is a corm or not. I think it is. But these roots look severed to me, so I don't know what's happened there. I'm going to cut off this leaf because it's just kind of getting in the way, it's just flopping about. But that does not look healthy to me. Well, it's definitely not healthy. So here we are, here's what we're dealing with, which some of these roots have definitely died off. Yeah, some of these roots, this did not look this unhealthy the last time I repotted it. This has barely got any roots to it. Put it this way, if it was like this last time I wouldn't have put it in a pot that size, because that is way too much for it. So something's clearly gone wrong, but I'm not too sure what. Right. As far as I'm aware, the best way of going about hydroing an alocasia is to just cut off all its soil roots, because they're not going to be any use anyway, so I'm just going to risk it. Like I say, it's already dying, so I might as well take it back even more. If it's going to die, it's going to die either way. But yeah, anyway, so as I say, this is going to be a bit of a get to know me. So hi, I'm Alice, and houseplants have basically been my existence for about 4 years now, although there was a point in time where when I moved to university, so that was 2021. Obviously we were still kind of in a bit of a lockdown back then, and I went to uni, took all my plants with me, made it feel like home as much as I could, and then came home for Christmas. We went back into a lockdown and left them all there for like 2 months, 2.5 months, and obviously that's no good for plants, especially my university room was so cold, like it was not good conditions for the plants. So I have some water, I have my bowl with my corms in, and I'm going to give you a little update on that as well. So let's crack these open. So this is just basically a tiny little Pyrex dish. Let me move some stuff out of the way so you can actually see. We'll stick that down here now. So yeah, this is a little Pyrex dish that just comes with a plastic lid to keep in the humidity. But hopefully you can see. I'm hoping you can see those. But we have roots, we have what I think are sprouts. They've grown a lot in the last few weeks, so I'm hoping that they're the sprouts, but I've never grown corms before, so it could be anything. I could be chatting a lot of rubbish at the minute, but we're going to add this one in. So these are all from my Alocasia Polly. These are from last time I repotted her, so these have been in here a long while. And then snip that little stem bit off and try and get some of this brown casing off, because this apparently slows down the growth of corms, although I don't think I cleaned this first lot very well, so maybe that's why it took them so long to start growing. I don't know. I'm not a corm expert, I'm not an alocasia expert. As you will know if you saw my beginner plant video where I talk about how alocasias are not a great idea for beginners. But yeah, right, I'm happy enough with that. We're not going for perfection here. So I have a tiny little corm, it's the smallest one that we've got, and I'm just going to chuck her right in the middle there and hope for the best. But yeah, as you can see, oh, I'm not going to move that, in fact it's really rooted in there now. But wait, that one's a better one to show you. As you can see, we've got some really good roots growing on those now. So yeah, I'm quite proud. Took them a while, but we're growing all guns blazing now. So let's put the lid back on there. And that is us done with the corms. So final thing to do is to fill up this with a little bit of water, and hopefully she'll be growing a lot better in no time. So from what I've seen, you just have to cover the bulb basically, so that is about there, so to where you can see like the last little root nubbins, which are somewhere around here. Hopefully you can see that. But yeah, and that is all you need to do, and then I will just check on the water every now and again. She'll be sat in a normal place in my bedroom anyway, but yeah, so I'll be checking on her every now and then, make sure she's got enough water, make sure that the water's not going green and all algae filled, because that's no good. And also I forgot to say that this is dehumidifier water. So hopefully you enjoyed that video. I'm quite happy to have done a bit of a chatty video, a little bit more of a get to know me and get to know why I'm on YouTube. So if you also enjoyed the chatty video, do like it, because that kind of lets me know that you enjoyed and that you like this kind of content, and then I can do more of this. Also, if you want to get notified when I post, you can turn on notifications and subscribe, and that also lets me know that I've got support out there, and it lets other people know that I am here. But yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. Bye!